overindulge on the dollar beer special. If you do, make sure you got a ride home. But just bear with us. We'll get some opening ceremonies done here in just a few minutes here at Texana Raceway Park. kicking racing action off tonight with the E-Mods on the pole in the 44V. That's Caden Valencia. Outside in the 75. That's Bill Beckner. JC Finch up next in the 23F. 33 Braden Tomlinson. The 04 Lucas Lieber. 13F Nolan Schindler. Number 8. Braden Tomlinson. That is your lineup as we go green. Off, head down into turn number 1. Turn number 4, Tomlinson's going to try to get close, but not close enough. Out of turn 4, Caden Valencia wins the opening heat race here at Texana Raceway Park over the 33 of Braden Tomlinson, the 23 of JC Finch, and the 04 Cooper Calibra. That rounds out your top 4. Trouble there for Shukna. They're the 13 on the backstretch. Coming up on deck right now, be a heat race for the IMCA Modified. 6 cars, 8 laps heat race. Here's how they're going to line up front on the pole in the white number 17, Adrian Awal. Outside of him, in car number 45 is Brian Makachek. 73D, that's Jacob Forge. 741, that's the Robstown Rocket, Cameron Starry. Inside of row number 3 in a 48R from Buda, that is Raymond McSpadden. And coming all the way in from Central Texas, number 86, that is Dylan Tyndall coming to us all the way from LaGrange in that car number 86. As you said, 6 cars, 8 laps heat race for your IMCA Modifieds. And here they come. Once again, the lineup as they come to the track. Once again, the lineup as they come to the track: 17, Adrian Awalt; 45, Brian Makachek; 73D, Jacob Horch; 741, Cameron Starry; 48R, Raymond McSpadden; and the 86 of Dylan Tyndall. That is your lineup there for your IMCA Modifieds. Lights are out. Here we go. Coming out turn 4. Green flag. Here we go. Trouble for the 45 right off the bat. Don't know if they're going to restart it or not. Waiting for race control. Looks like they're going to keep it green. So putting the pedal to the floor. 741, Cameron Starry. Row number 2 to the lead at lap number 1. Trouble there for Horch on the backstretch, losing a couple of spots coming out of turn number 2. Right now, hot spot battle there for second between Awalt in that 17, Dylan Tyndall in that 86. So give the pass in the second spot. Dylan Tyndall in the 86. He's coming for that lead. As you see, cross flags halfway home. 4 down, 4 to go. Your leader continues to be the 741 of Cameron Starry. But on the move, the 86 of Dylan Tyndall. Making a long dredge in from LaGrange, Texas. It's about 70 miles outside of Austin. Coming up on 2 laps to go. Into 3 up out of turn number 4. Can Dylan catch him? I think Dylan's going to get close. A white flag. 1 more lap to go. Ooh, trouble there for Awalt. Now to the inside out of turn number 2. Dylan Tyndall to the inside of Cameron Starry in that 741. And Dylan Tyndall's going to take it from the back to the front to the win. Dylan Tyndall wins over the 741 of Cameron Starry. The 17, the smoking 17 of Adrian Awalt. 73D and Jacob Horch. Makachek in the 45 and Raymond McSpadden rounds out the field in that 48R. So what a heat race run there for the 86 of Dylan Tyndall. Up next, we have 4 big heat races here for the Dwarf Car Race Series of Texas. Here's how they're going to line up. Up front on the pole in the 40 for him, that's Thomas Mack. Outside in the 117T, that's Braden Becker. Inside of row 2 in the 7, that's Ron Thiel. Landon Syberry on the outside in that number 72. James Pena on the inside of row 3 in car number 3. Dylan Toyne in the 12T starting 6th. And rounding out the field, 7th place on the inside of row number 4, Charles Davidson in car number 5. There they are, 7 cars, 8 laps, heat race number 1 of 4 for the Dwarf Cars. Here we go. Green flag. Actually, looks like we're missing car 5 out of this one, Charles Davidson, so 6 cars. They're making the call for heat race win number 1. As they come out of turn number 4, the 117T, Braden Becker takes off. The 44, Thomas Mack behind him. Hot spot picking up there for second between Mack, Syberry, and the 12T of Dylan Toyne. Oh, Cyberry got in there hot, got a little sideways. Keeps it pointed straight enough, but the winner on that exchange is that 12T of Dylan Coyne. Dylan able to pick up a couple extra spots there from that outside groove. So coming up on halfway here, 4 down, 4 to go. Your leader, the 117, Braden Becker, sees the cross flags over the 12T of Dylan Coyne. That's the 12th man car for all the Aggie fans sitting in the grandstands and watching at home. Got a battle further in the back here with the 3 of Pena, the 44 there of Mack, as they race nose to tail. But meanwhile, back up front, and there you see him. 2 more laps to go for Braden Becker in the black number 117T. And there you have it, white flag, 1 more lap around Texana Raceway Park. And checker flags out. Braden Becker wins over Dylan Coyne and Landon Cyberry. They're in the 3rd spot. Good run there for Landon. A rookie to the class, trying to taking a pretty good liking to these dwarf cars. Up next, heat race number 2 up front on the pole in the 22C, that's Cor Moore. The 08, that's Danielle Long. 33, that's James Fitzgerald. The 12N is Keith Leischer. 81S, that's Dylan Spreen. And the 41T, that is Dustin Rude. So 6 cars, 8 laps, heat race number. It looks like we're missing, who are we missing over there? 33, 8. Looks like we're missing the 22. So make that 5 cars, 8 laps, heat race number 2. Here we go, green flag. Trouble there for Danielle in that 08, dropping from the outside of the front row towards the back of the pack. And the wolves are out. Here we go. Watch Dustin Rude in that 41T. Trouble there for the 33 of Fitzgerald. Fitzgerald spinning it around, getting back in there. But back up front, here comes the battle. Dustin Rude and Dylan Spreen. They started out back, made it to the front. There's that battle side by side. Dustin Rude's won a couple of features here at Texana so far here in 2022. So now Rude got the inside pass. Here comes the crossover from Dylan in the 81. Both of them kicking it sideways. Woo! Dylan almost kicked it too far sideways. That'll clearly give the lead to the 41T at Dustin Rude. So 2 more laps to go for your leader, the 41T at Dustin Rude. He's got about a half a straightaway length lead over the 81S at Dylan Spreen. And another full straightaway length lead over that 12N at Keith Leischer. White flag there for Dustin in that 41T. So into turn 3, up out of turn number 4, making it look a little easy on him. Dustin Rude in the 41T wins. Dylan Spreen comes in second. And Keith Leischer in that 12N rounds out your top 3 there in heat race number 2 for the Dwarf Car Race Series of Texas. Here we go, lineup for heat race number 2 as they line up on the sheet. Up front on the pole in the 2, that's Jerry Book. Outside of him, the 48 of Mickey Land. 23H, that is Brandon Hicks. The 25, that's Dylan Budnick. The 1K, that is Keegan Moore. And the 81D is Jerry Burford. Once again, 6 cars, 8 laps, heat race number 3 for the Dwarf Car Race Series of Texas. So lights are out, flagman looking them over. There's the green light. We go racing right here, right now. And Mickey Land tried to make a good bonsai move down into turn number 1. Didn't turn out all that good. Opened up the door for the 25 at Dylan Budnick. So Budnick's checked out. He's got about a straightaway length lead already. Right now it's a hornet's nest. The battle 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, all right there together. So Land in the 48's got 2nd. Jerry Book in the 2's going for 3rd. Keegan Moore in the 1, that's 4th. '23 of Brandon Hicks trying to get them all on the outside. Good power move by the 23. So Keegan Moore in the 1K still battling side by side there with the 2 of Jerry Book. Meanwhile, up front battle for 2nd, heating up there for a minute. Land in the 48 has it. But we come to crossways, halfway home, 4 down, 4 to go for your leader, the 25 of Dylan Budnick. He is long gone, but that hot spot battle there for 2nd. Between Hicks and that 23H, he's got 3rd, trying to go for 2nd. So Land slams the door, but here comes Hicks trying to blow the door open. They go side by side down the front straightaway. Hicks with a good run off of turn number 2. Can Keegan Moore get it as well? Keegan Moore going to make the pass there for 3rd over the 48 of Land. Mickey fights back on the outside in that 48. Meanwhile, white flag for your leader, the 25 of Dylan Budnick. Into turn 3, up out of turn number 4. Dylan Budnick puts it on him, and heat race number 3 wins by almost a half a track lead. Into turn 3, out of turn 4. Brady Hicks runs 2nd. Mickey Land 3rd. Keegan Moore 4th. And Jerry Burford rounds out the top 5 there in that 81D. All right, lineup for heat race number 4, fourth and final heat race there for the Dwarf Car Race Series of Texas. Up front on the pole in car number 88, that is Brandon Spreen. On the outside, in car number 93, Adam Staley. Up next on the inside in car number 8, that's Landon Falkenberg. Car number 56, that's Joe Zanzig. 562 is David Kahanic. And in the 95, Kristen Staley rounds out your 6-car field. There they are, 6 cars, 8 laps, fourth and final heat race here for the Dwarf Car Race Series of Texas. And right away from the drop, the green flag from the pole, the 88 of Brandon Spreen took off. Now he's got a trouble out of turn 3 and 4. Got it crossways up a little bit coming out of 4. So David Kahanic right there in the 562 going to get really close. Might make this one a battle. Oh, what a move by Kahanic there on the inside. Both of them get a little crossways up out of turn number 4, but give the pass and the move. That 562, David Kahanic, from the back to the front pretty efficiently here in heat race number 4. Well, Brandon's still going to make a race out of it, trying to keep up, but turn 4 giving a lot of these dwarf cars a really hard time as they come out of 4. Now back to the other side of the racetrack. Spreen trying to make a race of it now. Coming to the slide job there, but I think Staley's going to be in the way. She stays low enough, stays out of the way. As the battle rages on. Here comes Spreen looking back to the inside for the crossover. He'll have the spot for now. As they come just past halfway. 5 down, 8 to go, or 3 to go of the 8-lap heat race. With 2 more laps to go for Spreen, who's now starting to check out on the David Kahanic in the 562. So into turn 3 out of turn number 4. There's the white flag for Brandon Spreen. And checkers out. Your winner, heat race number 4, Brandon Spreen over the 562 of David Kahanic. And the 8 there, Landon Falkenberg. That's your top 3. So rolling right along into the brand new class here at Texana Raceway Park, the Pure Stocks. If you're looking for an affordable way to go from the grandstands to the racetrack, the Pure Stock might be the way that you want to go. Here's your lineup up front on the pole in car 24, John Leda. 35 is G.W. Hessong. 72 is Dylan Jennings. 32 is Mickey Helms. The 42M, that's Wesley Maurer. 97 is Derek Youngblood. 355, that's Riley Heil. And the 9, that is Gary Butler. 8 cars, 8 laps. Heat race here for your Pure Stocks. So lights out, we go green right here, right now. Right off the bat, GW Hessong in that 35. Jumping up to the outside. Leda in that number 24, though, not going to make him take off. Now your top 3, Hessong, Leda, and Mickey Helms in the 32. A fairly competitive heat race so far. Biggest car count of the year here for the Pure Stocks. So Jimmy Hesson continues to lead the 24 of John Leda, the 32 of Mickey Helms. Then a little ways back, the 97 of Youngblood and the number 9 of Gary Butler. There you see it, cross flags coming up the halfway home. 4 down, 4 to go. GW Hesson takes the cross flags. So battle back further in the pack there between Jennings and the 72, the 48 of Maurer, and that 355 of Riley Heil. Your leaders take 2 to go, but meanwhile back in the back here, Jennings is trying to keep him from passing. Jennings got a good line. And Maurer in that 42. Riley Heil in the 355. Back up front, the white flag for your leader, GW Hesson. He still leads over the 24 of John Leda, the 32 of Mickey Helms. So into turn 3, up out of turn number 4, picking up another heat race win in the Pure Stocks. GW Hesson. John Leda second, Mickey Helms third. Youngblood fourth, Gary Butler fifth, and then Jennings, Maurer, and Riley Heil round out the rest of the field there in the Pure Stocks. So coming up next to be 2 heat races for your limited sport mod class. And here they come as they roll out on the field, on the racetrack. Up front on the pole in the $4 X car, that's Caleb Sellier. The BD2, that's Daniel Preston. 33 is Ray Allen Kahanik. The 410 is Audrey Joe. The Z76 is Zach Courtney. And the 11T, that's Tom Grothhughes from San Antonio. Looks like we're missing Tom. No, we got Tom. The 11. Who we missing over there? Looks like we're missing that 410 car. We're indeed missing the 410 of Audrey Joe. They're going to roll without her. Or roll without him. Here we go. Green and going. Let's go racing. The trouble there for Preston a little bit, not making the outside work for him, at least that couple of laps. Kahanik slapping the wall out of turn number 4. There's the 410 coming on the racetrack now. Going to be a couple of laps down, but at least they'll get a couple of laps in. So Caleb in that $4 X car starting to check out just a little bit over Ray Allen Kahanik in that 33. Daniel Preston in that BD2's kind of leveled out there in third. Tommy Grothhughes fourth. Z76 of Zach Courtney running out the field. As they come to halfway, 4 down, 4 to go. Heat race 1 and 2 for your limited sport mods. Right now, everybody evenly spaced out. No real big battles on the racetrack. Everybody just trying to log laps, get done with the heat race. They're still not slowing down. Your lead duo right there, Kahanic in the 33, just ran an 18.290. Compared to the leader's speed there of 18.372. So the leaders are still booking it around here. White flag, 1 more lap to go. So into turn 3 up out of turn number 4, picking up the heat race win. Caleb Sellier in the $4X. Ray Allen Kahanic runs second. The BD2, Daniel Preston, is going to round out your top 3 podium finishers here in heat race number 1 for your limited sport mods. Here's your lineup for heat race number 2 for the limited sport mods. Up front on the pole in the high 5, that's Joseph Ponton Jr. Ethan McDonald up on the outside in the 72E. 13B, that is Bryce Reed. 73, that's Derek Gonzalez. And rounding out the field in car number 75, that is Marcus Black. Looks like we're missing the 75 car. So it'll be 4 cars, 8 laps, heat race number 2. As the leaders roll to it, low and slow right now, but it'll be fast and loud here in just a second. So right away, Joseph Ponton in that 5 machine, battling really good with the 72 of McDonald. Now, Ponton to the inside, down the back straightaway. We're going to bring Bryce Reed with him. So Bryce Reed side by side there with McDonald in the 72E. So now give Bryce Reed that spot in that 13 machine. Trouble there for McDonald, dropping a couple of spots, losing a spot there to the 75 of Marcus Black. That'll be lap number 3 coming up to halfway. So Ponton out of turn number 4. We'll see the cross flags halfway home. 4 down, 4 to go. Bryce Reed second. Marcus Black runs third. Ethan McDonald runs 4th. Here in the second and final heat race here for the Sport Mods. Two more laps to go for your leader, Joseph Ponton Jr. Bryce Reed runs second. Marcus Black runs third. McDonald in the 72E rounds out 4th. A white flag, one more lap to go here in the Sport Mods. And checkered's out. Joseph Ponton in the high five. Wins heat race number 2 over Bryce Reed, Marcus Black, and McDonald in the 72E machine. So last set of heat races coming up here in the factory stocks. Got 2 heat races. Up front on the pole in car number 1, that is Chad Herring. Outside of him in car number 9, that's Johnny Westfall. The 63 machine, that's Chase Sanchez. The 04 is Jacob Burnett. 14J, Michael Pesic. The 19 is Mike Karelka. And the 63J, that is Joe Johnson. There's your cars. Seven cars, 8 laps, heat race number 2. Here we go. It's a good side-by-side battle there in turn number 3. Herring in the 1H with Westfall up on the outside. Little contact out of turn number 2. No harm, no foul. They go side by side down the back straightaway. Up again into turn number 3. Still side by side. Westfall on the outside. Herring up on the inside. As they stay side by side, watch that 63 at Chase Sanchez. Depending on which way he's going to go. Your leader still stays side by side. Side advantage this time by Herring in the 1. Here comes Westfall with the crossover. Sanchez trying to go 3 wide. In the 63, not going to happen that time by. Meanwhile, now top 4 battle right there together. So Herring is your leader. Westfall in 2nd. Sanchez in 3rd. Jacob Burnett in the 04 rounds out 4th spot. Nose to tail as they come halfway home. Cross flags. 4 down, 4 to go. Oh, trouble there for Westfall. Got in a little too hard, a little too deep. Still only loses a couple of spots out of it, though. So that'll move Sanchez solidly into 2nd. Burnett into 3rd. So 2 more laps to go. Here we go, white flag, 1 more lap to go. Coming to the checkered flag from a hard-fought battle at the beginning of the race. Herring picks up the win. Chase Sanchez 2nd. Jacob Burnett 3rd. And Johnny Westfall rounds out your top 4 here in the factory stocks heat race number 1. Here we go for heat race number 2. Up front on the pole in car 747, Cody Tesh. 741, that's Cameron Starry. Inside of row number 2 in car 02, that's Shannon Maurer. 39 is Michaela Trimble. The 777, that's Will Spears. Megan Dotson in the 133, and Alan Torres rounding out the field in car number 94. So 7 cars, 8 laps, heat race number 2. Final heat race of the night here for the factory stocks. Here we go, green flag. And trouble there for the 777 of Spears. Pointing in the wrong direction. A caution does indeed come out. So re-rack them and restack them here for the heat race, showing them one to go. So Cody Tesh, Cameron Starry, that's your front row. Shannon Maurer and Michaela Trimble, row number 2. That's your top 4 as we get ready to turn them loose again. Here we go. So in the Best Western Express there, the 747 to Tesh. Now Cameron Starr in his 741 tried to do the crossover, got crossed up a little bit in the middle of 1 and 2. Big shove in the 3 from Maurer, but that's going to be bad luck there for Michaela Trimble. Or no, that was Dotson. No, that was Michaela in the 39. So now as they run on the racetrack, the battle there, 3rd, 4th, and 5th. Alan Torres in the 94, the 133 of Megan Dotson, and the 39 of Michaela Trimble. Coming up to halfway home right here. 4 down, 4 to go. Oh, there they go, banging into each other again out of turn number 4. So Torres got some nose damage. There's the 39 of Trimble. Looks like the worst of the accident. That deal went to the 133 of Megan Dotson. Now coming up on 2 more laps to go for your lead trio right here. You got Cody Tesh in the 747, Cameron Starr in the 741. Maurer in the 02 just a little bit further back, but it's going to be between the top 2. Trouble for Spears again, spins in the middle of 3 and 4, outside of 4. Says they were coming to the white flag. So there you see the Texas 2-step restart right here. So Tesh in the row by himself up on the inside. That's the 741 of Cameron Starr outside of him. That 02 of Shannon Maurer. Torres in the 94. Dotson in the 133. Trimble in the 39. That is your lineup. And there goes the 777, asked to leave the racetrack. Here we go, greeted going. 2 more laps to go. Tesh in that 747, able to keep it clean and going. Here they come, white flag. One more lap to go. Hot spot's going to be that battle there for second between Starry and Maurer. Into turn 3, up out of turn number 4 in the Best Western Express. Cody Tesh wins heat race number 2 over Cameron Starry, Shannon Maurer, Alan Torres, and Megan Dotson in the top 5. So that ends the preliminary portion of the evening, meaning all the heat races are over. We'll have a quick intermission, get the scoring computers turned over. Then we'll start fired right back up with main event action coming up here in just a few minutes here from Texana Raceway Park live on Race on Texas All Access.
Hi, welcome to Day Motorsports. How can I help you?
Thank you for keeping Day Motorsports in business for over 50 years.
Did you miss that last race? My Race Pass has you covered. Get the My Race Pass app today in Google Play and the App Store to see official results all night long.
Before we get a quick break in the action, had a little birdie. Had a little birdie, there we go. Had a little birdie bring me a birthday note. So happy birthday, Coda and Gypsy, wherever you may be here at the racetrack. So happy birthday to Coda and Gypsy.
CRS Suspension and Fabrication is your trusted source for premium dirt oval shocks. For dwarf cars to late models and everything in between. We also offer adjustable spoilers and adjustable shock mounts, upgrades, car setup services, and even professional tech support for your entire racing season. You either run CRS shocks or you get outran by them. Call us today, 254-933-CRS1.
Also, before we get back to main event racing action, mark your calendars. The next race here will be Sunday. The Sunday of Memorial Day weekend. Sunday, May 29th will be the next race here at Texana Raceway Park. Check all the social media for the details on all the racing action going to be that day, with the time and everything else with the races will start time. So next race here, mark your calendars, Sunday, May the 29th.
Racetracks, and we got no plans of stopping now.
So Sunday, May 29th.
2022 is going to bring our biggest schedule ever. Bigger races, more cameras, and more local racing. You're not going to want to miss this. We are ready to bring you the biggest racing season ever, only at raceontexas.com.
Look, faking the lead, we don't follow. We need it now, not tomorrow. Don't care what they say, not changing the pace. Working too hard to be last in the race. So much time in the day, and it ain't none to waste. Working this hard to be one of the greats. Whatever it takes, put that on the plate. Life is a gamble, we raising the stakes. Hard work pays off, that's perfect timing. Changing the world with this rhyming, it's priceless. We got the nicest by putting the time in. Can't be the greatest, you're not even trying. What now? We on the chase to the sundown. We on the chase to the sun up. What's up? Leading the line when we run up. Chasing, chasing, chasing. No time to be wasted.
Race fans all across the country are experiencing race day in a completely new way with the My Race Pass app. Lineups, event tickets, official results, directions, championship point standings, race day entry list, live timing, track, series, and driver news. Driver bios. Experience race day like never before. Contact your local track official to see how they can become part of Team MRP today. Download now for free in Google Play or the Apple App Store.
Hi, welcome to Day Motorsports. How can I help you?
Thank you for keeping Day Motorsports in business for over 50 years.
Did you miss that last race? My Race Pass has you covered. Get the My Race Pass app today in Google Play and the App Store to see official results all night long.
So an update to the Memorial Day show. That Sunday, May 29th show got the official confirmation from promoter. That show will start at 7 o'clock. 7 o'clock Sunday, May 29th will be the next race here at Texana Raceway Park. Mark your calendar.
CRS Suspension and Fabrication is your trusted source for premium dirt oval shocks. For dwarf cars to late models and everything in between. We also offer adjustable spoilers and adjustable shock mounts, upgrades, car setup services, and even professional tech support for your entire racing season. You either run CRS shocks or you get outran by them. Call us today, 25.
All right, here we go. Main event time here at Texana Raceway Park. First main event coming up for your E-Mods. Up front on the pole. Trying to pull double, get the heat race in the main event win. Caden Valenta in the 44V. Braden Tumlinson in the 33 outside of row number 2. Inside of row number 2, JC Fitch in the 23F. Cooper Calibra in the 04. Brandon Tumlinson in the 48. Summer Nave in the 21S. Donald Schukna in the 13S. Phil Beckner in the 75. And Daniel Taylor rounds out the field in car number 68. So 9 cars, 20 laps here for the first main event of the night. Here we go. Green flag. So right away, continuing where they left off at the heat race, Caden Valenta in the 44V takes off over Tumlinson in that 33. Braden Tumlinson in the 33. Behind him battling for third and fourth in the car number 48. That's Brandon Tumlinson in the red 48. And then JC Fitch in the 23F. Cooper Calibra in the 04. Rounds out your top 5 as they race all together nose to tail. Opening laps of the first main event of the night here at Texana Raceway Park. So first remote side-by-side battle on the racetrack. Coming up here is that battle there for fourth between the 04 Cooper Calibra and the 23F at JC Fitch. So Cooper's got the inside line that time with the crossover. Move him up to fourth. Meanwhile, checked out up front, continues to be your leader, the 44V of Caden Valenta. Braden Tumlinson runs second. Brandon Tumlinson runs third in the red 48. That is your lead trio as they come racing in, completing lap number 7. Couple laps to go to halfway, so 7 down, 13 more to go. Trouble there for Braden Tumlinson in the 33 out of turn number 2, gets loose. Loses all that ground, drops from second back to 5th. This time by, be halfway home. 10 down, 10 to go for your leader, who continues to be the 44V of Caden Valenta. Now with a full straightaway lead over the 48 of Brandon Tumlinson. Couple of cars back to the 04 Cooper Calibra. JC Fitch in the 23F rounds out the top 4. The 5th spot belongs to Braden Tumlinson in the black number 33. right, Hotspot on the racetrack starting to pick up the battle there for fourth. Between Fitch and the 23F and the 33 of Braden Tumlinson. Tumlinson was running as high as second earlier this evening. Had an issue coming off of turn number 2, lost a lot of ground. Now able to keep pace. That's the first side-by-side battle we have on the racetrack, or the closest battle we have on the racetrack. That was lap number 15, so 5 more laps to go. Oh, Melinda getting a little loosey-goosey out of turn number 4. Trouble again for the 68T of Daniel Taylor. He spun out of turn number 1 and 2. I think this time he's going to pull in the infield, may park it for the night. Second solo incident, but he keeps it going. No harm, no foul, no caution. This time by a complete lap number 18. 2 more laps to go. The Hotspot on the racetrack now heating up the battle there for second. Cooper Calibre wants it. Tumlinson has it in the 48. So can Brandon hold off Cooper? Meanwhile, white flag for Caden Valenta in the 44V. So Caden Valenta wins. Tumlinson holds on for second. Calibre holds on for third. Braden Tumlinson rounds out the field in the 4th spot. JC Fitch in the 23F rounds out the top 5 positions. And there's your winner, Caden Valenta, everybody. We'll let you come over here. I'll let you keep that for now. Got to make sure the tech man lets you keep it, right? Yes, sir. Over here, you can have this. We'll talk for a quick second. So tell me about it, man. You're on cruise control most of the night. What changes did you make on this thing from the heat to the feature?
We didn't make no changes at all. Everything was the same.
So what makes this thing go fast? Obviously, you've had this you've run in this class for a while. It seems like pretty even competition. What was it that you put in this thing to make you win by such a large margin?
Just plenty of practice, and you got your bad nights and good nights, and tonight just happened to be one of the good nights.
All right, so we'll get you to set up for a couple of pictures, and then we'll get you congratulations there. Caden Valenta, everybody. All right, up next, IMCA Modifieds. Looks like we're missing a couple of cars, but we'll hit them as they're on the racetrack. Up front on the pole, the 17. The 17 of Adrian Awal. Brian Maychek in the 45. Dylan Tyndall in the 86. Cameron Starry in the 741. And Raymond McSpadden in that 48R. Here we go. Green going. Looks like we're missing the 733D of Jacob Horch. 3 wide for the lead right off the bat. So Awalt in the 17, Tyndall in the 86. Maginchek in that 45. The 45 goes high, opens up the door for the 741 of Cameron Starry. Meanwhile, Dylan Tyndall on the bottom. And he takes the lead, trying to double up for the heat race and the main event. Woo, trouble there for Awal, kind of slamming it off the backstretch wall there, getting a little crossways on the backstretch. Now the car is making their way to that top line. There you see Dylan Tyndall in the 86 continues to lead over the Robstown Rocket, the 741 of Cameron Starry. Ooh, trouble there for Tyndall as he got up high out of turn number 2. That opens up the door for the 741 of Cameron Starry. Now trying to come back on the bottom, the 86 of Dylan Tyndall. Side by side out of turn number 4. Tyndall with the power move back to the point. Now hot spot opening up the battle there for second between Cameron Starry and the 741 right here in front of us, and the 48R Raymond McSpadden. Over there for the 45, off the pace down the back straightaway. He keeps it rolling and going, no caution, we stay green. That was lap number 7, 13 more laps to go. So far, clean and green coming up on halfway home. That was lap number 9, coming up on lap number 10. Halfway home, 10 down, 10 to go. Your leader continues to be that 86 of Dylan Tyndall from LaGrange. In second, out of Robstown, that's 741 of Cameron Starry. Then out of Buda, the 48R, Raymond McSpadden. That battle for the lead getting closer and closer. 741, Cameron Starry starting to get ever so close every lap. The 86 of Dylan Tyndall. So Starry now within striking distance, and that 741 comes to the bottom. So that was lap number 13, 7 more laps to go. So now the lead's opening back up there for Dylan Tyndall. Now about a 4-car length lead over the 741 of Cameron Starry, and about a 2-car length lead for Starry over Raymond McSpadden. That was lap number 15. 5 more laps to go. Now Starry starting to come back just a little bit. Trouble for Raymond in the 48R, a little bit off the pace out of turn number 4. That was lap number 17. 3 more laps to go. So into turn 3, up out of turn number 4. Here we go. White flag. 1 more lap to go. Into 3, up out of turn number 4. Doubling up. Heat race win and main event win. Number 86, Dylan Tyndall wins the IMCA modified feature over the 741 of Cameron Starry, the 48R Raymond McSpadden, and the 17 of Adrian Awalt. All right, race fans, he's taking off the safety gear. Got lots of safety gear. Got the helmet off. Going to put the window net down. Take the steering wheel off. There he goes. All right, race fans, here's your IMCA modified winner, Dylan Tyndall, everybody. Guess I should have given you that before you jumped off the roof, huh? All right, man, we'll come around here for a quick conversation. Man, you doubled up. You did the heat race win. You did the main event win. You came all the way down from LaGrange. It seems like a good, successful night for that long of a trip.
Oh, for sure. Taking me away to get them. I know there's only a few cars here tonight, but there's 3 good ones in it. We just rose to the top, I guess. Got them. Thank you to my sponsors, Hard Luck Landscapes, Pope Materials, JP McDowd, Ram McSpadden, Mr. John, he helps out in the pit, fiance Caitlin, Miss Melissa, my dad. Coy helps me at night in the shops. Everybody else to help me.
All right, so talk about that drive, man. How many hours is it to go from LaGrange to here? About 3.5 hours?
Well, I actually don't live there anymore. I live in Bertram. I ain't changed it on there yet.
I guess that makes it even worse of a drive.
It is. It's about 3 hours and 20 minutes.
Well, that's a long way. Well, thanks. Congratulations on the win. Thanks for joining us at Texana Raceway Park. All right, here we go. Main event time here for the Dwarf Car Race Series of Texas. Big field of cars. 24 cars for 20 laps up front on the pole. Here we go. In the 88, that's Brandon Spreen. The 25, that's Dylan Budnick. 562 is David Kahanick. The 48 is Mickey Land. The 8, that's Landon Falkenberg. The 6, the 117 of Braden Becker. 81S is Dylan Spreen. The 12T, that's Dylan Coyne. The 41T, that's Dustin Rude from Danbury. The 72 is Landon Syberry from New Braunfels. Braden Hicks in the 23H from Hockley. The 12N is Keith Leischer from Temple. 44M, that's Thomas Mack from Temple. 33, that's James Fitzgerald from Missouri City. Keegan Moore from Leander in the 1K. The 93 is Adam Staley from Kingsville. James Pena in car number 3 from Austin. The 08 of Danielle Long, she's from Gonzales. 81D, that is Jerry Buford. Joe Sanzig in the 56. Ron Thiel in the 7. The 22C of Kay Moore. Jerry Book in the 2T. The 95 of Kristen Staley. That is your main event as we line them up. 24 cars, 20 laps here at Texana Raceway Park. All right, lights are out. Here we go. Green flag. I'm right indeed. We are green and going. Hotspot battle for the lead right out of the box between the 88 of Brandon Spreen and the 25 of Dylan Budnick. Budnick gets the run on the outside, and the 25 takes the lead over Spreen in the 88. Now their battle second, third, and fourth. Second, Spreen third. Kahanick in the 562. Then the 117T of Braden Becker. And cautions out. Trouble there for the 12 of Leischer. Up in turn number 4. And we got a couple down there in turns 1 and 2. Got one on top of the other, so two different instances causing the caution here. Can't tell the car numbers from here, but we'll get them separated, see if we can see, make sure all the drivers are okay. The car is having to go single file way to the top. Got to bring out the wrecker to get the one car off the other. So we got the cars separated down there. So one car, that was the 44. The 44M at Thomas Mack started 13th. So the 44 at Thomas Mack started 13th. Still can't tell the number on the other Dwarf Car Race Series of Texas car that's over there. That one may not be able to drive away. May have a little bit too much front end damage if it climbed the car on the other one. All right, so car is moved off of turn number 1. Race car is getting back on track. They're lining up for a complete restart, so re-racking the running order here as they run. Brandon Spreen there in the 81. There you see trying to get him in line again. So Brandon Spreen in the 80. Brandon Spreen in the 88 is on the pole again. Dylan Budnick on the outside. Kahanick in the 562. Mickey Land in the 48. The 8 of Falkenberg. And the 117 of Braden Becker. That is your top 6 as we go. Complete restart here in the Dwarf Car Race Series of Texas right here, right now. 4 wide down the front straightaway. Look at that roll. So back up top, Brandon Spreen in the 88 continues to lead now. Watch the 25 of Budnick. Budnick able to check out on the outside. There goes Kahanick in the 562 to the inside of Spreen in the 88. Trouble for Dylan Spreen on turn number 2, getting a little crossed up. But he keeps it going, loses the spot to Dylan Coyne in the 12th man car. So Budnick leads over Kahanick in the 562. Brandon Spreen in the 88. Then the 41T of Dustin Rude rounds out your top 4. Now the side-by-side battle for third between Spreen and Rude in the 41T. So give third to Dustin Rude. Now Dustin trying to challenge Kahanick on the inside. That 562 for second. So move Dustin Rude into second from the bottom on the pass to Kahanick. Kahanick's going to try to gun and do the crossover. Not enough room. So now we'll see if there's enough time for Dustin Rude to come in and challenge for the lead. He's got about a half a track to make up. Trouble for the 48 and Land on the backstretch. Can he make it to the out pit? He indeed does. Barely. Their leaders just completed lap number 6, 14 more laps to go. Now the battle is on. Can Dustin Rude catch the 25 machine of Dylan Budnick? It is a hornet's nest further in the back of the field as cars try to weave and dodge some of the lap cars. Flat right rear there for the 88 of Brandon Spreen, so trouble for Spreen. There in the 88, definitely got a right rear flat. Trouble there for the 72 of Landon Syberry. Spinning off of turn number 2, not the night he wanted. Now you battle for the lead. There it goes. Crossover. Dustin Rude to the inside of Dylan Budnick. Budnick able to respond with the crossover coming up on lap number 10. They split the 5 car. Here they come side by side. Give Dustin Rude the point at halfway. 10 down, 10 to go. Now your top 5 running order. Dustin Rude, your leader. Dylan Budnick running second. Kahanik running third. Battle there for fourth between Baden Becker in the 117 and Dylan Spreen in the 81. So give the fourth spot up to Brandon or Dylan Spreen. I can't get the Spreen boys right. Never can. This time coming up to complete lap number 13. 7 more laps to go. So your lead duo is kind of checked out still. The battle in the racetrack is that hot spot. There for 4th and 5th between Brandon and Dylan Spreen in the 81 and the 117 of Braden Becker. Oh, Becker spins, battling on the inside, loses it out of turn number 2 to the inside. Tough break for Becker, right in the middle of a top 5 run. That was lap number 15, 5 more laps to go. So Dustin Rude, your leader, 15 laps into the main event, just set his fastest lap of the night at an 18.580. Woo, splitting a sandwich there between some lap cars. Oh, trouble for the 3, that's Pena. James Pena in car number 3 spins out of turn number 2. Keeps it going, no harm, no foul. Meanwhile, Dustin Rude, this will be lap number 18. So 2 more laps to go. Here it is, white flag, 1 more lap to go for your leader, the 41T of Dustin Rude. Once again, just ran his fastest lap of the night, an 18.470. Into turn 3 out of turn number 4, picking up another win in the dwarf cars here at Texana. Dustin Rude wins. Dylan Budnick second. Dylan Spreen third. Kahanik fourth. That is your top 4 here in the Dwarf Car Race Series of Texas. So no stranger to victory lane here at Texana Raceway Park. Dustin Rude getting all the safety gear off. Putting on just a tick of makeup just so he looks good for the interview coming up here. Here he is, Dustin Rude, everybody. You're winning the Dwarf Kart Race Series of Texas. You should know how this works by now. That is yours. I'll let you hold this for the pictures too. So the thing I noticed by the live timing and scoring is that your fastest laps of the night were as the race was coming to an end and you were slicing and dicing through traffic. What changed from the beginning of the race to the end? Because you were running some super fast laps. You ran a 480 coming to the white flag.
It's just like cat and mouse. Once you get out front, especially the traffic down here in 3 and 4 got so thick and heavy at some time. You're trying not to run into the guy in front of you, but then dice in between, so you got to just hit the gap when you can.
So, no stranger to victory lane. We know you got people to thank. Got a big group of people behind you every time you take a picture up here.
First off, my wife, Tori, my baby Corbin that's here. I wish y'all were here to take a picture. Randy, all my family that came out tonight, Popcorn, my dad, Josh. Without all these guys in the shop week in, week out, I couldn't do it without them.
All right, congratulations picking another win with the Dwarf Kart Race Series of Texas, Dustin Rude. All right, so 3 more races to go main event-wise. We start up next with the Pure Stocks. Then we'll have the Limited Sport Mods. And then closing out the night will be the ever-popular Texana Raceway Park Factory Stocks. So here's your lineup for the Pure Stocks. As we said, big car count tonight for the Pure Stocks. If you're looking for an affordable way to get into racing, this is the class for you. Up front on the pole, the 35, GW Hessong. On the outside in the 24, John Leda. 32 is Mickey Helms. 97, Derek Youngblood. The 9, that's Gary Butler. Dylan Jennings in the 72, Wesley Maurer in the 42, and Riley Heil in the 355. 8 cars, 20 laps, green and going right here, right now. So trouble there for John Leda right off the top. Not sure if he's got a flat. May have a flat left rear, but he shot up the racetrack. Trouble there for Youngblood there in turns 1 and 2. So Leda's off the track. Youngblood spins. A very interesting first lap. Looks like Youngblood's going to park it there. Probably caution's going to come out. Caution does indeed come out. Right when the battle was shaping up pretty good between GW Hessong and the 32 of Mickey Helms. So more than likely, probably going to be a complete restart. Can't tell if they got one official lap in for everybody. Can't tell if they got one official lap in for everybody, so it may be a complete restart coming up here. All right, so we got at least one in because it looks like they're trying to do the Texas two-step restart formation back there. Well, maybe. 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 There's the race director trying to put everybody in the right order up there. So I think we got everybody in the right spot. So the GWS song in the 35, Mickey Helms in the 32, Gary Butler in the 9, Dylan Jennings in the 72. 355 is Riley Heil and the 42 of Maurer. I think that was a left rear flat on John Leda because Leda coming back out on the track. So the way they... So it looks like they got everybody set and ready to go. So GWS Song and Riley Heil, that's your new front row. Mickey Helms in the 32 and should be Dylan Jennings. There's Jennings popping up on the outside of row number 2. Then Gary Butler, John Leda, and Maurer in that number 42 there in the back. We're going to turn them loose this time. Here we go. Green flag. And right away, 3-car battle. GW Hessong checks out. Now side by side there for second. Mickey Helms and Riley Heil in that 355 rather. And Helms in the 32 on the bottom. Now Riley hanging tough there in second spot in the Nova. Actually, there's a couple of Novas here. Woo, tight racing right there. Trouble for Jennings. Spins out of turn number 4. Keeps it going. Now hot spot battle there for second. Continues to be that battle between Riley Heil in the 355 and Mickey Helms in the 32. So coming up to complete lap number 4, 16 more laps to go. So starting to check out just a tick. All right, as I said, here comes Mickey Helms back in that 32. So 5 laps down, 15 more laps to go. Still a hot spot. That battle there for second. It's not going away. Between Riley Heil in the 355 and Mickey Helms in that 32. And now here comes Mickey back to the inside of Riley Heil. Let's see what happens as they go off into turn number 3. Mickey with a good run on the bottom. Woo, they get together, popping right fronts. They keep it together. Now they go off down into turn number 1, side by side again. Mickey down on the bottom. Let's see out of turn number 4. Good run on the outside by Riley Heil in that 355, bouncing it off the wall. Oh, she got a little sideways in 1 and 2. But meanwhile, up front, your leader continues to be GW Hessong in the 35. Cross flags halfway home. 10 down, 10 to go. Battle for second, still there. So Helms looking to the inside of Riley. Oh, Mickey got a good run on the bottom, coming up on the inside. Just such a tight line by Riley Heil going into turn number 3. Takes all that momentum away that Mickey Helms builds up going into turn 3. Now there's about a car length separating them. Mickey gets a good run out of turn number 2, comes inside, front to nose to tail right there. Mickey gonna try a little different line, I think. Trouble there for Butler, a little loosey-goosey off of turn number 4. He'll lose the spot to John Leda there in the 24. And now the battle for second rages on. That was lap number 15 complete. 5 more laps to go. So right when there's a little gap, about a car length and a half between that battle there for second, Mickey gets within a half a car length as they get a good run coming off of turn number 4 again. Little contact right there. Out of turn number 2. Meanwhile, up front, 2 more laps to go for your leader, the 35 at GW Hessong. But he's a full straightaway length lead ahead of these leaders, or the second place battle right here. The white flag for your leader, GW Hessong. But we'll see if this battle here for second continues to rage on. Helms to the inside, may have popped the tire just a little bit. Out of turn number 4, here comes your leader and the winner, GW Hessong. The battle for second rages on. Riley Heil's going to get it over Mickey Helms. John Leda in the 24 and Gary Butler in the 9 round out the top 5 here in the Pure Stocks. Everybody, your winner, GWS Song. That was fun. That was an easy night for you. Here, you can hold this, and I'll give you this. We'll come around the front. We'll do 2 for 1. I've done those before. If I can keep the microphone working here. All right. Okay, let's try. There we go. Try that again. All right, man. It was a summer night breeze for you. You took off from the front after a couple of laps and some good battling, and you were gone. I mean, was it as easy in there as it looked from out here?
No, I kept on thinking I heard somebody on the inside. I was driving the wheels off of it tonight. So mainly, I want to thank Tony Blankenship for all his dedication. He's buying us car after car to get this class going, and I want to thank everybody involved, Titan Homes, John Leda Farms, just everybody day in and day out.
Yeah, it was one of the biggest crowds of pure stocks we've had at Texana. Talk about the fun of this class. I mean, you've raced some of the other classes. Talk about the fun that is racing one of these pure stocks.
That's all it is. It's fun. It's just like you're out there just wheeling a go-kart or something, because it ain't a big money deal. It's just for the fun of it.
All right, well, here's your winner again, GWS Song, picking up the win in the pure stocks. Oh, what a move by Bryce Reed, split in the middle there for third, coming out of turn number 4. Battle on the racetrack right now, though. Trouble for Preston in the BD2, spinning out of turns 1 and 2. Tries to keep it going, doesn't make it happen, and cautions out on the racetrack. So trouble there for the 75 of Marcus Black pulling into the infield. May take it all the way to the pits. Think he's got a left front flat. So indeed, got 1 lap in. Texas two-step restart, 1 lap in, 19 laps to go. Here in your limited sport mod, main event up front on the pole. $4 X's, Caleb Sellier, Ray Allen Kahanick in the 33, Bryce Reed in the 13B, then Joseph Ponton in the high 5. And I think that's Daniel Preston. Daniel Preston. And we are green and going. So Kahanick there in the 33, jumping to the inside of the $4 X of Caleb Sellier. Caleb slams the door. Look at Bryce Reed coming to the outside. So side by side there for third. Ponton in the inside in a high 5. Bryce Reed in that 13B up on the outside. And everybody's starting to play single file now. Your leader, the $4 X of Caleb Sellier, the 33 of Ray Allen Kahanick, the 13B of Bryce Reed, the high 5 of Joseph Ponton, and the 11T of Tommy Grothews. That is your top 5. Now that gap between the top 2 starting to close ever so lightly. Here comes Kahanick on the inside out of turn 2. They go side by side down the backstretch. Into turn number 3, out of turn number 4. Caleb to the outside will have the advantage. That completes lap number 7. With 13 more laps to go. And Kahanick's trying to do it again up on the inside. He gets a super duper run off of turn number 2 each time. Caleb gets a good run on the top side, but this time Kahanick all the way to the bottom starts sliding up just a little bit. And to the lead, the 33, Ray Allen Kahanick. Trouble for Grothews in the 11T coming off of turn number 4. Coming up to lap number 10 right here. 10 down, 10 to go. So once he got cautions out, trouble. Looks like there's some debris in turn 3 and 4. And some debris on the backstretch. I think that's a door off of the 72 car. Yeah, I think that's the door from the 72. So just past halfway, 11 laps complete, 9 more laps to go in this one. First, battle for first has been fairly good between the 33 of Ray Allen Kahanic and the $4X of Caleb Sellier. Here you see him getting ready to go for the Texas two-step restart. So Kahanic has the row by himself on the pole, then Caleb Sellier in the $4X to the inside, Bryce Reed up to the outside. Joseph Ponton in the high five ends up being fourth. Well, they were going to go with the... I thought they were going to go for it. Looks like there might be a little fluid there out of turn number 4 down the front straightaway. So that should make things spicy and dicey there in turns 3 and 4. Looks like there is a little fluid on the racetrack, but once we get it going on the green, that'll get worked itself into the... That'll get its worked itself into the surface and out of the groove of the racetrack. So Texas two-step restart upon us. Kahanic, Sellier, Bryce Reed, Joseph Ponton, and Daniel Preston. That's your top 5 as we get ready to go back to green right here, right now. Here we go. On to the inside, Caleb Sellier got a good run on the restart. Taking the lead back for Ray Allen Kahanic. Kahanic and Reed get to, oh boy, they almost got together and crashed, but they kept it going. So Kahanic back down to the inside, Caleb Sellier back to the top side. So now Bryce Reed trying to battle there with Kahanic for second and third. Caleb Sellier back up out front. Now battle for third shaping up between Bryce Reed in the 13 and Ponton in the high 5. That was lap number 15, 5 more laps to go. So Caleb Sellier is starting to check out a little bit. We'll see if Kahanic's able to get that run back. I don't know, they just completed lap number 17. 3 more laps to go. That's a lot of ground to make up. This time by lap number 18. 2 more laps to go. Kahonik's going to get close, I think, before this is all said and done. Kahonik's going to try to slide in there. Caleb, 1 more lap to go. Let's see if Kahonik can get close. Oh, Kahonik going to slide in there. Might be a corner too soon. Slides up, slides high. Trouble out of turn number 2 for Kahonik. Locked it up. Meanwhile, into turn 3. Up out of turn number 4. Picking up another W. Texana. Caleb Sellier wins. Bryce Reed second. Ponton third in the high 5. McDonald in the 72, and then Ray Allen Kahonik rounds out the top 5 there in your limited sport mods. All right, Caleb, we've been here before, done that. You can hold that for now. I put the trophy on the door already because that one will go with you. So talk about that race, man. You and Kahonik were putting on a good show. It looked like that restart, that was your lane when you come off the bottom over there.
Yeah, Ray's he's a pro. He runs a lot of cars, a lot of stuff. I knew with him starting behind me, I looked at that leaderboard when I saw him in second. He really put the pressure on me. I slipped up a little bit. He got by me, and he kind of showed me something when he did that, coming off down there in the bottom of 2. So on the restart, I was determined. I put a little more brake adjustment in her, and I whammoed it off in there. When I saw him skate up, I got in the lead, and then I just hung on from there. I figured I was being hounded. I didn't know how quick I was. The track's tricky again tonight, but it's a great surface. Man, thanks, Owen, for putting all this together, doing the kids' go-kart show beforehand, the track owner, everybody that does everything out here. And all the fans, man, we thank y'all for coming out. We really appreciate everybody. I got to thank Kenny Mungle, Kenco Bucket Trucks, Team Gone Again, Innovative Chassis, Brad Dixon with Ghetto Fast Engines. He built the engine in this car. Man, I got half Swenson, half Brown shocks on it. I got the crew right here. So little Jake, he was the one helping me back there in the pits getting it ready. William helped me get here. Trent's come down there and coached me, told me where to run before the race started. And now I got to give y'all a little something. Huh? Let me tell you something, Tony Schiavone. This crew, where's it at? It broke? Oh, come on.
Try it now.
All right, this crew right here is the jet flying, limousine riding, wheeling, dealing, kiss stealing, son of a guns right here. Woo!
From Dusty Rose to Ric Flair, your winner in the limited sport mods, Caleb Sellier. All right, here we go. Last feature event of the night here in Texana. Up front on the pole, it's the factory stocks. Chad Herring in car number 1. Cody Tesh in the Best Western Express. 747. Chase Sanchez in the 63. Cameron Starry in the 741. Jacob Burnett in the 04. Shannon Maurer there in the 02. Johnny Westfall in the 9. Alan Torres in the 94. Mike Karelka in the 19. The 133 is Megan Dotson. 14J is Michael Pesic. The 39, Michaela Trimble. Then the 63 of Joe Johnson, and the 777 of Will Spears. 14 cars, 20 laps. Here we go, last race of the night, y'all. All right, lights out. We're looking them over. Here we go. Green flag. Here we go. Oh, right away, beating and banging, hot and heavy, right in the front of the field. So Herring started checking out in that number 1H. 747 of Cody Tesh there in second. Battle there for third between Sanchez and the 63 and the 741 of the Robstown Rocket. Cameron Starr, that's the battle there for third. Go a row back, you got Shannon Maurer on the inside. Jacob Burnett, or Maurer to the inside, Burnett to the outside. You got Alan Torres peeking his nose in there, trying to make it 3 wide as they race nose to tail in the gaggle of cars. Meanwhile, back up front, Herring in the 1H. It's a bumper full of Cody Tesh in that 747. Herring still continues to lead right now. Now that battle heating up there still for this. Now it's going to be the battle for 5th. And 6th between Shannon Maurer in the 02 and Jacob Burnett in the 04. Woo, trouble for Maurer. Gets a little bit of bumper tag after getting to the inside of Sanchez. He's hung on that tire, not going to move it. Caution's out. Might be some more mechanical gremlins there in the 02 of Shannon Maurer. Also, y'all don't forget, next race here, Sunday, May 29th, kicks off at 7 o'clock. So mark your calendars, don't be late. All right, so 4 laps in, 16 more laps to go here for your factory stocks. Texas two-step restart coming up. So Herring in the 1H by himself on the pole. This time Tesh in the 747 chose the outside. That opened up the inside to the 741 of the Robstown Rocket. Then you got Sanchez in the 63 and Jacob Burnett in the 04. In row number 3, then row 4, Alan Torres and Johnny Westfall outside in car number 9. That's your top 4 rows as we get ready to go back to restart here in the factory stocks at Texana and live. Race on Texas, all access. Here we go. Trouble there for the 777 as Spears parked it down into turn 1 and 2. And cautions out after a great restart. All right, so with the caution, we're just going to do a re-rack and restack from where we were at. So Herring up front, Cody Tesh on the outside, Cameron Starry there on the inside, then Sanchez, then Burnett. That's your top 3 rows as we get ready to turn them loose again. 4 laps complete, 16 more to go. Here we go. So right away, there comes Cameron Starr. He got the best of the inside line there on that restart. So after a good battle, a couple of good battles, back up front right here. So Herring's out front on his own. Then you got 741 Cameron Starr and the 747 of Cody Tesh running nose to tail. Then side by side there for 4th and 5th, the 63 at Chase Sanchez and the 04 at Jacob Burnett. So Burnett with a good run on the outside. Now, oh, was there contact between him and the 747? Caution's out. I guess we'll find out if what they thought there was contact or not between the two of them. So Burnett being sent to the rear of the field on the restart. So they'll re-rack him and restack him. The lights are out, getting the field turned up. Here we go, green flag. So right away, continues to be the top couple of cars battling there in 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. Right now, the hot spot on the battle of the racetrack is that battle for 4th and 5th. This time, Alan Torres in the 94 has it. Chase Sanchez in the 63 wants it. They go side by side at turn number 4. Big run by Torres up on the outside to take that spot. Meanwhile, back up front, Chad Herring has about a 2-car length advantage over the 741 at Cameron Starry and about a car length ahead there of the 747 at Cody Tesh, and we are halfway home. 10 down, 10 to go. Here they come to lap the 777 of Spears. We'll see how that goes, if he's able to stay in the groove or make it go high. There goes Tesh looking to the inside as they come underneath Spears. Cody Tesh to the inside of Cameron Starry. So Starry with a good power run on the outside. Trouble there for Spears. Spears coming to the inside of the outside of Chase Sanchez. So right now, hot spot the battle there for second between Cameron Starry in that 741 and Cody Tesh in that 747. Meanwhile, Herring's up front. That was lap number 13. 7 more laps to go. Now Cody Tesh laying the back bumper, or laying the front bumper to the back bumper of the 741 of Cameron Starry. Now there he goes, Cody looking to the inside of Cameron Starry. Trouble there for Mike Karelka, spinning down in turn number 1. Does a complete 360 and keeps on going. But now Cody Tesh has cleared the 741 of Cameron Starry. Alan Torres moving up to 4th spot. Meanwhile, back up front, coming to the 17th lap. 3 more laps to go. Your leader, Chad Herring. Coming up on 2 more laps to go. Your leader, the 1H, Chad Herring. Cody Tesh still runs second. Cameron Starry third. Alan Torres in the 94 runs fourth. Into turn 3, about a turn number 4. There it is, wide flag. 1 more lap to go. Into turn 3. Up out of turn number 4. Taking the checkered flag at Texana. Chad Herring wins. Cody Tesh in the Best Western Express second. Cameron Starry third. Alan Torres fourth. And as they come to the checkers, kind of a little mess there. But Shannon Mauer, I believe, rounds out the top 5. They're in that 0-2. And oh boy, we got a celebrator right there. Don't forget, next race here, Sunday, May 29th at 7 p.m. So have fun, close out your Memorial Day weekend down here at Texana Raceway Park. All right, everybody, your winner, Chad Herring. And I thought the best thing I was going to give him was a trophy. Looks like he got the best present in victory. And Chad, come over, let's talk about this race, man. You seem excited for winning this thing. I've seen you run all over the place, seen you run at Cotton Bowl, seen you run some other places, watching you race on Texas, and you finally got it done, man. How's it feel?
It feels great. We've been struggling. I say struggling. We've been running pretty good, but just hadn't been there. Speed hadn't been there. We've been working on it. And me and my brother have been changing a few things and figured it out today, man. I can't can't put words to it. This is amazing.
It's crazy when the work that you put into these things finally pays off when you pick up the W, and it just, words don't express it. But talk about the race itself. I mean, it seems like there was a couple of restarts where they were kind of keeping up with you, and then it just seems like all of a sudden you just found the groove and took off 4 or 5 car lengths.
Yeah, I've always struggled after restarts to keep my rhythm, and it showed again tonight. I saw their nose under there, and so I just try to keep hitting my marks and making it turn and get through the corner and off the corner. And it worked out. You know, I was waiting for that 2 to go. I didn't think this race was ever going to end, but man, I'm pumped.
We know you're pumped getting into victory lane. You got sponsors you got to thank, and people you got to thank for helping you get here.
That's right. I got to thank my wife and my baby girl and my daughter at home. Can't thank my brother enough for the work he puts in, and he usually races, and he raced this thing last year, and I've been racing it this year. I couldn't be here without him. Like he does all the maintenance work. I mean, I do some work, but he's the mechanically inclined guy, not me. And my mom and dad, they've been supportive of ours since day one. My dad used to race, so we've been around a long time. So without them, I couldn't do any of this. And Roll Purple Racing Engine, Race Oil, Grease and Tech Seals Transmission, Outlaw Race Cars, Best Engines. We talked to Chuck this week about a few things, and I think he got us on the right track.
All right, well, here's your winner in this factory stock. Chad Herring, everybody. All right, race fans, that concludes tonight's race in action. Thank you for coming out. Don't forget, if you've consumed way too many of the dollar beers, make sure you find yourself a responsible driver. And don't forget, next race action.
New way with the My Race Pass app. Lineups, event. Race fans all across the country are experiencing race day in a completely new way with the My Race Pass app. Lineups, event tickets, official results, directions, championship point standings, race day entry list, live timing, track, series, and driver news. Driver bios. Experience race day like never before. Contact your local track official to see how they can become part of Team MRP today. Download now for free in Google Play or the Apple App Store.
Welcome to Day Motorsports. How can